missing someone.
Hi everyone, it's Mary Beth from maryberrystudy. Welcome back to another video. I'm so happy you could join me for my August Playing With Me video. This month, I'm absolutely pumped to share that this month's bullet journal theme is fireflies. This theme came from you guys over on my Instagram account at maryberrystudy, who responded to my story post of what my theme should be for August. Fireflies ended up being my favorite suggestion, and I figured why not do both fireflies and fairy lights to kind of kick it up a notch. And well, also kind of light bulbs too, because I ended up doodling them as well. The colors that I chose for this theme is super simple. I have my black Micron in the size 0.8 and the gold Crayola super tip. I wanted to keep this theme really simple and less heavy on the bullet journal supplies. That way anyone can make this their theme for their bullet journal and feel like they don't have to go out and buy anything special for this theme. And because I'm talking way too much, I'm already like halfway done my cover page, not really, kind of almost, but I wrote August with my Tombow Funasuke, probably saying that wrong, hard tip brush pen, and I doodled a jar that's going to hold a bunch of fireflies inside. As a kid living in Maryland, summer nights are filled with glowing fireflies, and all I wanted to do as a kid is catch them, put them in a jar, and use them as a nightlight while I slept. That being said, I doodled some fireflies in the jar buzzing around. These fireflies are really easy to draw. It's just a black dot and two ovals. Once the ink was dry, I added a gold highlight around the body of the firefly to show that it was glowing. And I'm also realizing I am so fake. I am calling them fireflies this whole time when in Maryland, we normally call them lightning bugs, and I've called them that ever since. So I don't know why I'm calling them fireflies right now. It's probably because of Owl City's Fireflies song, and like that's kind of how most people know them, but anyway, I'm getting so distracted. So wrapping up that August cover page, I added some light bulbs at the very top of the spread, as well as some fairy lights surrounding the jar of fireflies. Moving on to my monthly calendar for August, I wanted to try using a single page instead of both pages for this calendar, which is probably going to be a huge mistake for me because your girl just got a job and she has a lot of training to do. Anywho, we'll see how the spacing goes for this month, but my calendar is 5 dots down and 3 dots across for each day. Now, I'm not actually doing boxes this time around, I'm just doing a line straight across the page with a gold dot where a box should have been with the date inside that dot. And as one does, I messed up the numbers and had to redo it, so huzzah. But sadness aside, I added some fireflies at the top of this calendar to cheer me up because it looked dang cute. But below my calendar, I like to track the growth of my YouTube channel as well as my Instagram account. I track the amount of subscribers and followers I have at the beginning of the month and then the amount I have at the end of the month. I think it's really fun to track the progress that I have on my social media accounts. The next spread I'm going to be moving on to is my habit tracker. My habit tracker keeps me accountable for all the things I tend not to do as much as I would like. I'm going to be tracking the same habits as I did last month, which was making sure I'm flossing, using mouthwash, taking my vitamins, cleaning up my room, waking up early, and posting on Instagram. Now for my habit trackers, I don't really like to take the time to write out the number of the date for every single day of the month because that's extremely tedious and time consuming. So instead, I just keep it blank and put a dot in the corresponding spot of where the number date would have been if I wrote it out. So for this spread, I wrote the header out with my brush pen, and I lined the top with the fairy light design as well as having some light bulbs hanging down from the fairy lights, which I think was a really cute accent to it. After that, I drew in some fireflies because of course we need them because they're part of the theme, and then at the very bottom I added some more fairy lights to really frame the page. Once I finished that, I had to add the gold accent to the fireflies as well as the light bulbs and the headers of my habits. The next spread I'm going to do is called a brain dump page. This is a page where you can literally write whatever you want, whether it be your feelings, important tasks, goals, basically whatever is going on in your brain, you can put on this page. I really loved this page last month, so I was sure to include it this month as well. I was able to write down some video ideas as well as stuff I wanted to clean in my room. Overall, I really loved how these two pages turned out, and they're probably some of my very favorite that I've ever made, to be honest. I just think it looks really cute. The last spread I'm going to be doing is my weekly spread. Now I'm only going to show you guys just one spread for the sake of time, but if you'd like to see more of the Firefly spreads, you can check out my Instagram page at maryberrystudy for each of my weekly spreads as the weeks go on in the month. For this spread, similar to my monthly calendar spread, I wanted to try putting everything on one page and see how it goes. To start off this spread, I wrote out August with my brush pen again, and then doodled a little shelf next to it with fireflies in jars. Now drawing jars is definitely not one of my talents, so I hope you guys do a better job than me. I also draped some fairy lights on the shelf to add some more light and pizzazz to the page. So to keep this page looking pretty symmetric, instead of writing out Saturday and Sunday under separate headers, I combined them into the header weekend so that there would be 6 to-do lists instead of 7 on the page. I'm super happy with how this month's bullet journal theme turned out. It's simple, quick to do, and looks like you put in a lot of effort when really all you did was draw a bunch of squiggly lines and dots. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, ring the notification bell for future videos, and subscribe. If you want to support my channel and my art, please feel free to check out my Patreon down in the description box below. My Patreons get all sorts of goodies ranging from printables to sticker packs, so be sure to check that out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys all in the next video. Bye!